Hi! Thanks to the comment in one of my videos, I got an idea of making some kind of a universal notebook, the cover for which everyone could make according to their taste. And the thing is, it's not that difficult to do so. I want to pay your attention to one moment. If you don't want to suffer from making a notebook from zero, you can take a store-bought one and remake a cover according to your taste by putting stickers on it and a clear cover on a cover. If you're going to continue watching this video, you'll understand what I have just said. Well, a fun notebook from zero. To create it, we take some cotton, sheets of paper, thick paper for a fly page, print your favorite images, take a clear cover for a copybook, a tape, threads and a needle, glue, scissors and a paper knife. First, I cut the carton in 3 parts, from which our cover will consist of. The size of my notebook will be 12 to 15 centimeters, so we should make 2 pieces of cotton 12 to 15 centimeters and one for the spine 1 to 15 centimeters. The density of my cotton is quite high and it's difficult to cut it using scissors, so I'm going to use my knife. Then we should glue together these 3 parts. For this I take thick paper, cut off a piece by eye of a suitable size and glue the base of the cover to it, leaving some space between the parts. Cut off the excesses and wait till it's dry. After it, you can make the folds on the glued paper. Cut off all the prepared pictures. It can be anything: food, kitties, pineapples, your favorite characters, lofty speeches, your photos, others' photos, flowers and, I don't know, well, anything you like. All of these you can turn into a nice and big collage. Before gluing them, I decided to make the surface more even and glued the same piece of cotton to it. Here you can see how I decorated my cover. But these white spots seem to me not really cool, so I decided to paint them. And here is the result. If anybody's interested, I left the link in the description to the images I used. Cut the clear cover according to the size and, while stretching, tape it to the cover. It is really important to cover the book tight. It will stretch over some time and the notebook won't open all the time. But for now, let's put something heavy on it and continue with the sheets. I love checked notebooks, so I take checked sheets. If you want plain sheets, just take A4 paper sheets and fold it in 2, and then make the steps I make. Take some stacks of 4 sheets. These holes fit our notebook, but I decided to make 2 more holes in the middle to make sure it won't fall apart. For convenience, I also made a stencil. You should mark the holes which were on the stack already and those which I made in the middle on it. I mean, when we take a stack of paper, we put our stencil on it, draw new holes and mark the lines where we will cut the paper. To stitch it all together, we take a thread and a needle, sew through the first hole from the outside, pull the thread inside, leaving a thread tail, then sew through the second hole from the inside, and then sew through the first one again, and then through the second. Make such turns 3 times in total, and then go to the next 2 holes, repeating all the same steps. I use a sponge to make holes and protect the table, and then make several turns of the needle. After it, we go to the last 2 holes. Sew through the inside and leave the thread in the outside without any knots. Be careful and don't accidentally cut it off while cutting the sheets. In the end, we will cut the sheets this way, but for now, we need to make several stacks of paper. I made 6 of them. Next, we should bind our stacks together. First, we need to make knots on the corners. For your convenience, use binder clips and then take the first and the second threads and make a tight knot. Leave the first thread and make another knot with the second and the third threads. Repeat this with every thread till the last one. In the end, I make one big knot with all the threads to make sure it won't untie, and cut off the excess. Repeat everything with the other side. The next step is to bind everything in the middle. For clarity, I use the threads of different color, but if it is still not very clear, you can watch my another video. The link will be in the description. There I made a scheme how I do it. Sew the needle behind 2 threads of 2 stacks and back up from the other side of the hole, like making a loop around the hole. Make a knot. Then we should make the same loop with the next stack and tie it. And then again, bind the used thread and the new one, and so on until the end. Finish it with another knot. After it, we can go to the adjacent holes and bind them the same way. You should also do it here and there. When everything is ready, you can glue the paper into the notebook, but before, you should cut it according to the size of the cover. To do so evenly, little by little, I do it with my paper knife. Cut off the flyleaf. In my case, it is going to be 24 to 15 centimeters, in other words, 12 plus 12. Fold it in 2, and first we glue it only from the one side to the cover. And then we glue the other side of the flyleaf. Close it and wait till it's dry. With the other side, I did the same steps, but I took another color for it because I wanted to make a birthday calendar. My flyleaf has stuck off, so I have to glue it again. Closing it and waiting till it's dry. The finishing touch is to put some stickers. The front one for the title and the back party stickers, and voila! Usually I don't use the things I created, I either give them as gifts or sell because I love the process of creating more than the result itself. But this case is different, I really like the notebook and I already know what I'm going to write in it. I wish you'll succeed in making your own notebook. If you have created one, send me the photos on Twitter. If you have any questions, ask them. If you have any suggestions, write them. And I love you this much. Bye.